We're looking at regionalisation, so if we've got 100 mediators, then we can break that down into smaller components, and then we've got, say, 10 mediators each. It's just more manageable, so that you can providing support, providing guidance, training packages, workshops. So it's lifelong learning, so that it just doesn't stop with a programme or a formalised course. It's continual, so it's that continual professional development.
As well, in my area, I've got 9 mediators allocated at the minute. Basically, any cases that come up in that region should come to me via the quality and diversity advisors on stations, and then I will allocate mediators and send them out to do the job. Feedback from the mediations will come to me, so I can look if there's any issues, that kind of thing. I'll also meet up with my mediators. I'd hope to meet them at least 4 times a year, where a couple of times we'd do, training, refresher training, or some role play stuff, that kind of things. As a group training, if you like. I'll hope to do at least 1 live observation for each of my meetings. If I've got a gap in the market, so to speak, so I've got an area that's not covered, although I've got 9 at the minute, there's no saying that 3 of those within the year won't be moved to a different area, things like that. Then I might get other people in. Also, if I identify people that are interested, I'll advertise for myself and things like that, so then I'll possibly book them onto courses.
We're looking at quality assurance here, more than anything. Quality assurance of the mediated service within the Royal Air Force and consistent application of the job.
What we will do is get together, discuss best practice, discuss possible things that have happened in the past, cases that have gone wrong, cases that have gone well. There's not just best practice, obviously we want to find out where we can improve on things as well. So where things have gone wrong, lessons learned.
It just enhances, from a line management point of view, enhances management, but also from a mediation point of view, is that it gives the mediators the support and the guidance so that they can have successful outcomes, which will help the service in turn in managing our people and our expectations.
There's a lot of challenges and pressures on all of us as individuals because we've all got day jobs to do, and that's going to be the biggest challenge. And we've spoken about commitment today and how committed the mediators are and should be. A lot of that will depend on their day jobs and can they be released from their day jobs? Are they committed to make the time to be released from their day jobs in order to do their mediation role?
It's getting buy-in from the seniors is going to be the difficulty. Because if they're not going to use us, then and people aren't going to use the service, then how can we then provide a service if nobody's using it?
The challenge as well of being a supervisor is if you've been a peer mentor for a number of years or however long it's been, and then you're in this more enhanced or supervisory role, is that you've got to really then understand yourself through emotional intelligence, because you're going to be thought-provoking and trying to draw out that awareness, that development of your mediators who you've just been peering with. So it stretches that trust, that respect, and I think that's one of the biggest things, is even within our supervision group, learning from the course, is to be open and be able to challenge people's thoughts processes and actually making it realistic and real for what goes on. Yeah, it just gave you that next level up, so it gave you ideas of a framework, how you're going to bring the mediator on, enhancing their skills and their abilities.
A couple of months ago I came back to do the mediated supervisor course, which was a lot of role play, a lot of discussion. There was a good lot of interaction between our instructor Leslie and the team. Again, the communication, we speak about the sort of 3 models of communication, the one-way, the two-way, and of course the flat level communication, and there's a lot of that. The role play I felt was really useful. Puts you on the spot, it gets you thinking, and of course the feedback, the peer feedback was absolutely superb. And I think we're all of different experiences, we're all of different levels, different ranks. However, in the mediation situation, there are no ranks, and of course we feed back to each other honestly, objectively, and we've all got something to say.
How interactive it's been. For me, that's the biggest way to learn. It's not from PowerPoint, it's not from prepared lessons, it's from actual discussion. People referring to their own experiences and sharing their experiences. And I've learned from sharing my experiences with other people as well, because for me that's the key to things. Is, when you look at, we learn things every day, no matter, not just in mediation, everything. We're always learning. So if you've got an openness and you're willing to discuss things with people, then that's how you resolve things easier. And that comes back to mediation, because I generally think that the biggest problem with people is they don't talk to each other and they don't listen to each other. Whereas what I've gathered from this is I think this group that we've got are very good at listening and very good at talking and things like that.